mail? Will you get the mail?
I don't think it's there yet.
Well, we
Hello.
got yesterday's mail.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
How we doing?
Wow, any better couldn't stand it.
I like that. That's a good phrase. So Barbara, have you been in class with me before?
No, I have not.
Okay. All right. No problem. Sorry, guys. I know we have kind of a glare and glowing like this. If I sit back, it's probably a bit better. Yeah. So Barbara, the way this class runs, I'll kind of give you just a little crash course intro.
Okay.
Is we have kind of two sections for the class. Just hearing from Evan. Yeah, so we have kind of two sections for the class. The first section is movement based. All of the movement is very slow. You can do it seated or standing. You can do it half seated, half standing if you want to take a seat halfway through or something like that. And with keeping the movement slow, we're not really trying to go too extreme. Yeah? So we're not really doing like just a repetitive aerobic class. There will be repetitive movement, but like I said, we're going to be doing it very slow with the intention of actually kind of noticing what's happening in our experience, to kind of notice what the limitation is, so where we should be stopping. Things quite slow. The second part of the class is going to be just a really short seated meditation. Yeah. So I'll kind of give a little bit of an introduction to that when we begin that section, and then that'll be it. Yeah. Do you have any questions before we begin, Barbara?
No, I don't. I did do some Tai Chi some time ago with Janice.
Okay.
But it has been quite some time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this will probably be a bit different. I think what we kind of do in this class may be more appropriately called Qigong. They're kind of, you can kind of toss those words back and forth and they eventually meet somewhere to mean the same thing. So, but yeah, I mean, with any kind of new coordination, it's always going to be a little confusing, but it's no problem. We're not trying to do any kind of performance or anything here. The more familiar you become with the coordination, kind of the more accessible it will become, and the more you'll kind of have maybe like a little bit of a deeper experience of it. So I have like a very simple request of everybody with class, which is to simply just maintain curiosity, see what your experience might be like. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, if you all want to mute your mics, that's fine. If you don't want to, that's fine. Video on, off. I prefer it be on, but if you want to have it off, that's no problem at all. It's just if I can't see anybody, I'm curious if anybody's there sometimes. Yeah, so Pat, if you want to keep your video off, that's completely fine. Don't worry about it at all. Shall we begin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So make sure that you have room so that you can kind of move around a little bit. And we may be visited by my cat Mochi at some point, just so you know. She may actually jump up onto the computer and start smelling the camera. All right, I think that should be good. I think you should all be able to see me like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. If at any point my video freezes or anything like that, just let me know, okay, everybody? All right, first thing, let's just shake out the wrists a little bit. Yeah, kind of break up the stagnation. Shake it out, and then shake out the elbows. Same thing, no real pattern or anything here. We're just kind of letting things fly, yeah? And then bounce a little bit, shake out your shoulders. All right, relax the arms by your sides, and then turn the waist. Keep the arms completely loose. Remember, arms stay completely loose. Shoulders relax, and just let the arms kind of swing around the body. Okay, relax the arms by the side. And then first major slow down. Slowly circle the head. All right, remember, the emphasis here is on the word slowly. So start slow, stay slow, and explore the range of motion. All right, how big Can you do this movement? So relax the neck completely and then just roll it very slowly. Remember, encountering any kind of tightness or soreness is not incorrect. As long as you're keeping it slow, keeping the neck relaxed, no problem. Change other direction. Remember to keep it slow. All right, let's do one more circle. All right, straighten out the neck and open up the feet wide. So wider than your shoulders if you can. Try to keep the knees complete. Bring your hands to your waist and slowly circle the hips. Now remember, the word slowly here is most important. Again, just like what we were doing with the neck, keep the movement slow and explore the range of motion. Right, so find the limitation. Notice where there may be some tightness or soreness and slowly lean into those areas. And change other direction. So one more time around. Okay, bring the feet together. Keep the hands at the waist. Keep the knees straight. Same thing, but now for the lower back. Right, so the movement's going to be a bit smaller. And again, keep it slow. Don't just get stuck in a pattern here. Yeah, obviously we're doing a repetitive movement, but actually pay attention to where the limits are. Notice where there might be some tightness. Remember, if there's any cracking or popping, as long as you're keeping the movement slow, no problem. Yeah, as long as there's no shooting pain, it's not actually a problem. Change other direction. It's just like kind of rusty gears or something, waking them up a little bit, the way they might kind of grind a little. And change, one more circle. Oh, okay. Just relax the arms by the side. And right from here, I want you all to start paying attention to the posture, right? So playing around with keeping the body completely straight. So the crown, the top of the head, not the chin, the crown lifting up to the ceiling, keeping the spine straight and relaxing the arms completely by the side. Shoulders relaxed, arms and hands heavy. And then bend your knees a little bit, sink down just a little bit. Shift your body weight to your right foot and slowly step out with the left. And then adjust the body weight even over both feet. Take a look down at the feet. Make sure the feet are parallel so the toes are pointing forward. Make sure your knees are not collapsing in. Make sure you're keeping them over your feet. Yeah? And then lift up through the crown again to straighten out the neck, relax the arms. And now I want you all to start checking in with the breath. All right, so starting with a very simple question, where do you notice your breath right now? And then when I say begin, do very basic arm motion to follow the breath, right? So this continuous inhale, rise, exhale, fall. We're going to do the same thing with the hands. The hands will rise with the inhale and fall with the exhale. Begin, inhale up. Exhale, let the hands drop. And again, following the breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Remember, you have 3 joints in the arms, right? So inhale up, and then when you exhale, shoulders drop, then the elbows, and then the wrists and the hands. 3 more times with your own breath. Last time. And we're going to do similar up the sides. Inhale, lift the hands up. When the hands are shoulder height, keep them there, but exhale and drop the elbows. And then lift the hands up, overhead, inhale. Turn the palms over. Exhale slowly. So slowly, slowly, slowly release the air. Don't push it out too quick. Even when you think it's all out, try to push out a little bit more. So at the bottom, we just have to release to let the air rush back in. Again, inhale up. Exhale, relax. Keep the hands shoulder height. Inhale up again. Exhale down. Slowly releasing the air. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, relax. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay. Relax the arms. Let's start the way we usually do with wringing out the towel. Lift the palms up to center. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And then circle the arms open about shoulder height. Straighten the arms out like somebody's grabbing each of your wrists and pulling you apart. So you want to find a bit of tension. Drop the left hand and pull the fingers back. So the fingers pointing towards your screen, right? And try to push the hand down to get a little bit of tension in the arm. And then similar with the right hand, bring the hand up overhead and pull the fingers back. So the palm should be facing up, right? Right palm up, left palm pressing down, hold, and then slowly turn the waist to the left. Turn the waist to the left. When the waist can't turn anymore, keep the torso turning. Turn the head to look over the left shoulder. Press the right hand high, hold. Then relax, soften the tension, slowly rotate back. Drop the right hand and slowly lift the left. Right, so slowly changing. Press the left hand high overhead. Press the right hand low down to the side. Make sure when we're doing this, everybody, we're not kind of leaning like this. Try to keep your body straight. Go, turn the waist to the right. Waist, torso, head, look over the right shoulder, hold the tension. Relax, slowly rotate back. Drop the left hand. Lift the right hand. All right, remember, before we twist this time, I want you all, just like when we were standing like this, I want you all to imagine like somebody's grabbing your right hand and pulling it long. The left hand, press the left hand low to the side. Yeah, like somebody's grabbing you and pulling you apart. Go, rotate to the left. Waist, torso, head, and then from here, hold and try to pull the arms a bit further apart. So find some tension that you can be comfortable with. Go, relax, soften and rotate back. Drop the right and slowly lift the left. 3 more times. Press the left high, press the right low to the side. Slowly turn the waist to the right. Waist, shoulders, head, hold. Pull the arms further apart. Go, slowly relax and rotate back. Remember, everybody, what we're doing is playing around with tension. Drop the left hand, lift the right. So this time, when we relax, I want you all to do it as slow as you can and try to really feel where the tension is. Pull the arms apart. Go, slowly rotate to the left. Waist, shoulders, head. Pull the arms further apart. Wring out the towel. Notice where the tension is. And then slowly relax. Soften the arms. Rotate back. Drop the right slowly. And lift the left one more time. Pull the arms apart last time. Find tension. Go. Wring out the towel. Twist. Hold. Pull the arms apart. Keep your awareness with the tension and then relax. Bring the hands level with the shoulders this time. Slowly circle the hands in. And slowly drop the hands down. Okay, next movement. The great bird flaps its wings. So Barbara, this movement has 3 pieces to it. Everybody else, I think, knows this. So Mary, you definitely have done this. Yeah, the rest of you, the other 4 of you have done this plenty. Yeah, right? Ruth, I certainly hope you remember this one. Right? So with this movement, 3 pieces. The first part, arm coordination. The second is the legs. The third is the breath. If the legs with the bending that we're doing is too much, just focus on the arms and the breath. So similar to the opening movements where we bring the arms up the sides, we're going to be doing a really similar motion. Remember, the movement is called the great bird flaps its wings. All right, so this comes from a story in Chinese mythology about a bird with a wingspan thousands of miles wide. Hey, there's Pat, right? So, so we want to make sure that we're keeping the wings flapping very slowly, the same way that a bird that's this big would flap its wings very slowly. And just like in the beginning, we're going to be timing the movements of the arms with the breathing, okay? So we'll start out with just the arm coordination. Check out the feet again. Make sure the toes are pointing forward, feet parallel. Make sure the knees aren't buckling in. Straighten out the crown. And let's start with just the arms. For those of you that are familiar with this, if you want to bring the breath in now, that's totally fine. Go expand the elbows out, lift the hands up. When the hands are shoulder height, drop the shoulders, drop the elbows, drop the hands slowly. And then again, lift the hands up. So there's no stopping point. And then again, drop shoulders, elbows, wrists. So we have a cascading effect here. The elbows expand out, the hands follow. And then when we drop, it's shoulders first, then the elbows, and then the hands follow. Yep, keep it smooth and fluid. Go, hands rise up and slowly drop down. All right, let's start bringing in the knees if you haven't yet. Lift the hands and slowly bend the knees to sink down. And then drop the hands and slowly rise up. So maintaining continuous motion. Lift the hands, sink down a little. Doesn't have to be low. Drop the hands and rise up. Go, lift the arms, sink down. Drop the hands, rise up. Remember, make sure that when you're bending your knees, you're not letting them buckle in. Yeah, let's bring in the breath now. Inhale, sink down and lift the hands. Exhale, rise up and drop the hands. Inhale, sink. Exhale, rise. 3 more times. Inhale and sink. Exhale and rise. Following your breath. Let's just do one more. Okay. Relax the arms by the sides. Just do one more movement for today, dropping anchor. So make sure the arms are completely loose. Check the posture again. Make sure feet are parallel. And then straighten out. Remember, even when we're standing in this neutral posture, we're not just kind of waiting here. Make sure the crown is lifting up to straighten out the spine and let everything else relax, hanging by the side. Let the shoulders be loose. The arms, completely relaxed and heavy, like metal chains. Same with the hands. Let the hands just hang loose and heavy, like anchors. And then relax the neck, slowly let the chin drop into the chest. So completely release the neck, letting the hands and arms be heavy and relaxed. Go, let them drop. So slowly the shoulders start to get pulled down as the upper back starts to round. The mid back starts to round and the waist starts to bend. Remember, keep the shoulders, the upper back, the arms completely relaxed. Let the weight of the hands just slowly fall to the floor, bending at the waist. Keep the neck relaxed. Make sure you're not lifting your head. Shake your head like you're saying no to make sure the neck stays relaxed. Starting in the lower back, go. Slowly roll the spine up. Remember, keep the upper back, arms, neck, everything else relaxed. Then shifting through the lower back into the mid back, through the mid back and slowly into the upper back, up through the neck, and eventually, lastly, lifting up through the crown. Right, so we have this kind of slowly rising motion happening. Yeah, so even when we finish, lift through the crown, find straight, and then again, soften and relax. All right, 2 more times. Relax the neck, chin drops into the chest. Relax the hands. Go, drop anchor. Hands and arms completely relaxed and heavy. Slowly letting the hands fall to the floor. Round the back, bend the waist. Remember, keep the speed slow and consistent. Let the hands be heavy. Keep the neck loose. Keep the arms relaxed. Hang. Starting in the lower back, try thinking of pulling up 1 vertebra at a time as we roll the spine up. Go. So we're pulling 1 vertebra up at a time. Not just straightening out the body. Make sure the head is still hanging, neck completely loose. Keep the movement slow, pulling up between the shoulder blades if you're there. And same thing with the neck here. Don't just pop the head up. Think about pulling 1 vertebra up at a time. Lifting high up through the crown at the end. And one last time, relax the neck, chin drops to the chest. Go, drop anchor. Last time, no cues from me this time. Check in with your own practice. All right, start rolling up if you haven't yet. All right, straightening out the body. Take your time. Even if you've finished, remember, we should still be focusing on the posture. The crown is straight, shooting up to the sky, the spine straight, everything else hanging loose. And then turn the palms forward, slowly lift the hands up the sides. Drop the hands down. Shift the body weight to the right foot. Bring the left foot in. Okay, let's take a seat. All right, have a seat, get comfortable, and start the meditation in a moment. A little bit of context for you, Barbara. With this practice, we're simply sitting in stillness. Yeah, not trying to think about anything in particular, but also not trying to push any thinking away. Yeah. So there's two major focuses that we're going to be using to make sure that we don't kind of disappear too far in thought. The first is posture, just like that standing posture where the crown is lifting up, but we're not tensing. Yeah, we're sitting straight but relaxed. And the second is going to be emphasizing an awareness of the breathing, so kind of paying attention to just observing the movements of the breath. And we'll play around with the posture using the breath. So when we begin, we'll do three big breaths. Straight but relaxed posture. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground. Hands resting on either your knees or your thighs or just sitting in your lap. If you want to close your eyes, go ahead. Otherwise, just have the eyes naturally open on the ground, not focusing anywhere. And we're going to do three big breaths. On the inhale, we're going to focus on lifting to straighten the crown. On the exhale, we're going to keep the head there and just let everything relax. So 3 times. Begin. Inhale up. Exhale, relax. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, relax. Now just let the breath calm down, returning to its natural rhythm. Keeping the body straight, not collapsing, but also not tensing up. Feel the weight of your hands resting on your legs, your bum on the chair, your feet on the ground. Now let's start bringing our awareness to the breath. So let's go through that line of inquiry. Where do you notice your breathing right now? So where do you notice your breath right now? Is it in the nose, in the chest? Notice how the breath is moving. If it feels fast or slow. And following that effortless movement of the breath, let's try to count 10 breaths. If you lose count, just start again. Remember, we're not trying to accomplish anything by counting 10 breaths. Check in with the posture again. Make sure you haven't collapsed into a habitual posture. Straighten out the body. Relax the shoulders and the arms. Relax the chest and the back. Find the breath. And let's try to follow 10 more breaths. Open the eyes, turn the palms to face up. Slowly lift the hands up the sides. And slowly drop them down. Okay, that's it. Easy peasy. So Barbara, this is kind of how classes normally run, more or less. You know, I'm very shiny again. Where we kind of have the same routine. We'll do some different movements. Today we did most of, I guess, the more simpler movements. The more complex one was maybe that kind of flapping of the arms.
Mhm.
But we have a bunch of other movements that we kind of intersperse throughout in the different classes. So we do have class on Fridays, which is at the same time at 11:30. And then we also have another online class on Mondays, which, are we doing that at 9:30 or 11:30?
9:30.
It's still at 9:30? Okay. Phyllis, thank you for being my memory. I appreciate that. I'll be sure to reward you handsomely for that. Yeah, so Mondays at 9:30 online, Wednesdays at 11:30 online, and then Fridays are in person at 11:30. I think we're still outside, yeah? We're not in the GRA yet?
Yeah.
No, I saw the chairs outside.
Okay, great. So you're very welcome to come if you like. And,
Yes, I really have to thank you. I enjoyed it. I
Oh,
think
good.
I moved muscles I haven't moved before or didn't even know I had.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a common thing that I hear with, you know, I do a lot of different kind of teaching. I teach Chinese martial arts as well as this practice. And a very common phrase that I hear in everything that we do, including just in seated meditation, is what you just said, is like feeling muscles I didn't even know I had. You know, so one of the ways that I refer to this practice is kind of like kind of creating a greater intimacy with your own embodiment. You know, it's like, oh wow, there's these muscles here, and with that, you know, we get it's kind of like we get to kind of master our experience a bit more easily, you know, because you know, feeling those muscles that you didn't know you have, sometimes we might think of that as like when we're circling the neck or the hips and the waist and kind of feeling, oh, this feels a little tight. That's not actually bad. That's actually really good, because you're kind of encountering where you're at, right? Showing you what you have to work with. And the reason we do it slow is because if you do that fast and you encounter limitation, injury.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, everybody, thank you for coming. It seems that Ruth has escaped before I started blathering. So yeah, I'll see you Friday, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Adios.
Thank you.